Philadelphia 76er forward Glenn Robinson. Glenn, good morning. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it's great to hear from you. This is the first time we get to speak to someone inside the bubble since you guys have been there. So first of all, how has it been adjusting since you guys arrived on, what was that, the 9th of July? You guys arrived. It's already July 21st. How's the adjustment been from being, of course, in quarantine, but getting to Philadelphia, getting things ready to go before you got to Orlando and now inside the bubble?
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple months. Everybody, we kind of went home, went our separate ways. And, I think that we did a good job just remaining in touch, just trying to stay connected. And then, we come here and we quarantine for another 36 hours where we couldn't leave the room. So I think it's been a crazy couple weeks for us. It's been a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows throughout this whole process. We're getting tested every single day. Obviously, I know everybody that's seen the food, so we went through that. The food's gotten better. Practice has been going great. So I think it's just been a big adjustment for all of us, from what we're used to. But I think that we've done a good job adjusting to it so far.
Was the food that bad?
I think it's not what we expected. Even Disney, you got to produce a mass amount of food for the guys, at one time, so it's just the normal problems that you might have with a bulk of food being cooked that fast, So, like I said, it's gotten better, so we don't have too much to complain about. They building things. Like I woke up yesterday and they got a whole barbershop in this bubble. So they seem to be coming with new things any and every day.
Yeah. So as we take to the floor and we start to go inside practice, as you guys have been able to take the floor, of course we know that you guys have not been able to play together for the last few months since things shut down on March 11th after the Detroit Pistons game. So taking to the floor with you guys, what has the offseason been like for you all to communicate via Zoom, talk about what you guys wanted to do, and then incorporate it back to the floor?
Yeah, I think that we just tried to, every couple of weeks, weekly, we tried to all jump on a Zoom call and just stay connected. Brett did a good job of that. Tobias did a great job of keeping everybody together. And I think that we always see Ben and JoJo, our two leaders on the floor in practice, how they come with that leadership. So it was great to get back on the floor with the guys. I think that the biggest thing is everybody competing. Everybody competing every day. We going in and we playing as hard as we can. So I think that the guys are taking this as an opportunity to present our talents, to the city of Philly, to the world. Everybody's going to be watching us, and I think we're just excited to kind of be around each other again. Like it's been different because no families here. You don't have anybody here but your teammates, so, and we had a lot of birthdays already this month. So we've been chilling together a lot lately, and I think it's just adding on to that chemistry.
And something like this, bringing you guys together, as you just talked about, is it kind of along the lines of the AAU atmosphere where you have to spend so much time together? And, of course, you guys hoping to be there for more than 3.5, 4 months, ending in a championship. Has it been kind of like the AAU style that you guys are accustomed to in the past growing up, as you go with the grassroots programs and go through it all to get to where you are now? Is it along the lines of the AAU runs?
Definitely. My teammate Alec Burke said it's the highest paid AAU camp trip that we've been on. So I agree with that. I think that it's just different. We all got necklaces and a wristband that get you everywhere. That's how the AAU camps used to be. So everybody got a name tag. So it definitely reminds me of back in the day. But it's weird times right now for everybody and everywhere. So we're doing what we got to do to try to stay healthy in this thing, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
Sixers forward Glenn Robinson III joining us on the Comcast Business Hotline Beyond Fast. Glenn, the big story, of course, coming from out of your camp here with the Philadelphia 76ers has been Brett Brown sharing with the world that as you guys started to practice, Shake Milton has the rock, Ben Simmons sliding exclusively to the floor. Can you take us inside of practice a little bit more and let us know how that now looks with Shake as the point and Ben Simmons running at the power forward position?
Yeah, before we left and before we all got split up, it was something that we were exploring and kind of would practice with sometimes anyways. And I think that Ben is not taking it a certain way. Anybody on the team, I don't think we're taking it a certain way. We just continue to do what we do. And I say that, that Ben looks good. I think Shake looks great as well. So, we like that lineup that we could potentially have out there. And, I think it's a smart move by Coach. And it'll allow Ben to grab some rebounds, get out and push and do his thing and find guys on the court even more, I feel like. And his defensive presence that he already provides, I think will help us even more, at that 4 to be able to help off of guys or slide over and even the defense, some of those bigger 4s. So I'm excited for it. I think that it'll be a good look. And obviously everybody's been seeing Ben, the way he's been shooting the ball, and I think that just his aggressiveness overall, is definitely going to help this team, will always help this team. We got guys like Shake playing with the confidence that he has. He's playing with that same confidence like he just scored 39 yesterday against the Clippers. So I'm glad to see him doing what he's doing out there. Like I said, if I had to put my money on any team in here, man, I would definitely bet on the Sixers just because of the roster that we have, the way that we compete. And I just think that the way that we stuck together throughout all of this, I think hopefully will pay dividends to us in the long run.
And Ben Simmons' shooting, Glenn, has always been a story since he's been in the league because he doesn't really take the outside shots. He gets all of his work done in transition and, of course, in the painted area. We've seen the videos with him in practice. We've seen the videos where he was training in L.A. during the hiatus. As you said, he's been shooting better. How does this make him different? And has he taken more of those jump shots comfortably in practice than you've seen since you've been here?
Yeah, he definitely has. I think that just his confidence level, he's playing, he's coming back from that back injury and just taking it to a whole nother level as far as his confidence, as far as who the type of player that he knows that he is and can even become from there. That's why I think that his just mentality has switched, and he knows that he's a great player, one of the best players in this league. And like we said, if he's playing with that aggression, that confidence, taking a couple of those shots that I know that'll help the team. As well, and it'll even help us with what he already naturally does is, getting out fast, fast guy in the league, and getting out in transition, finishing, finding guys. I'm excited to see this team. I'm excited to see Ben and JoJo kind of come back from this and show the world, we got still 2 of the best players in the league through 3 months of being off, and that time just gave us, with our injuries, just time to kind of heal up and get better.
Yeah, and this is the last one for me on Ben, and we'll get to some other things, but just looking at everything and listening to everything you said, seeing how it has been, how does it make him, as someone who has had to defend him, right, whether it had been in Indiana or Golden State, wherever you were, and even in practice, how does it make him different as a player, even with the jump shot, but as a 1 versus the floor? We know what he can do in transition, grabbing the board, as you said, pushing the transition, finishing the way that he does, and being aggressive. But how does it make him different to defend, even though he's on your team now, if you had to look at it from the other side, now being the 4 with that shot as well?
Yeah, what I imagine is, with a guy like that at the 4, if he's able to, when he's able to grab those defensive rebounds, being in that area maybe a little bit closer to the rim, if he's able to grab those, and you got a guy, Ben Simmons, coming at you full speed downhill, that's tough to stop. And then you got surround him by shooters, surround him by great basketball players. And JoJo, I think that's a tough 4 or 5 combination to be around. And even with teams double teaming JoJo, I think that's going to be a great look for us. And I just think that, just personally guarding Ben in practice, you have to respect his shot. You have to play him enough to where he can spin move, and he might hit a 15-footer on you. And even in transition, you can't back off him as much and allow him to just not shoot that 3. I think that's what I'm excited about, is you can see that confidence level in him rising. And it just increases everybody else's confidence on the team. We're cheering him on. We want him to shoot. We want him to play well, and we know that him and JoJo are our guys, so we always cheering for them. And I think that just helps him trust us more, create more confidence for us. And I'm excited to see it.
Glenn Robinson III joining us on the Comcast Business Hotline live from inside the bubble as the Sixers get ready to take on the Memphis Grizzlies Friday, first exhibition game. And Glenn, with the starting lineup seemingly in place, we know how the playoffs are. You have to start whittling down the players for the rotation overall. Al Horford, certainly one off the bench yourself. How has it been shared with you where you fit in with the bench rotation, the competitive practices, I'm sure. So how has it been, again, shared to you from the coaching staff of what your role would be going into this entire thing inside the bubble?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of great players on this team, and I think that's why these training camp practices have been so competitive and so fun to be a part of. I think it's everybody is knowing that we have a spot and a role that we're trying to play for. So really, I've just been coming in as a professional, handling my business, doing what I have to do, and staying confident. And I've been running with that white team, running with the second team. We'll see what happens. So that's coach's job, like you said, to decide on playoff rotations and minutes. But I think that if we can all get to the point that we know that our goal is to win, how can we all provide that help in that role of winning a championship? We have to buy into what fits best. So I'll let him decide on that. But I think that we're all competing at the highest level that I've seen this team come in a daily practice every single day. It's been, a week for us, and I think that this second week, guys still haven't backed off. I think that we're competing at an all-time high right now, so I'm excited to see us in the scrimmage.
Yeah, and is this the longest you've taken a time off from basketball without actually being able to take the floor before you got back into rhythm here?
Yeah, it is, and it's interesting to see. And I said it before, kind of when we first got on break, is this will give you an opportunity to see, I think, who's really dedicated to their craft and who handles their business, like normal. I know for me, I only take 2 weeks off when the season is over anyways. So I was already back to work. I've been working out for, a couple months now, in private gyms in Indiana when I was back home. So it really allows you to see who's dedicated, and I think that who's, at the end of the day, just great basketball players. If you take this long off, everybody's going to be rusty, but you can really see the ones, I think, who the greats, and we've seen JoJo come back the way that he's playing, Joel Embiid. We've seen the way that Ben Simmons is playing. You see these elite caliber players, and I think that that's what I'm excited to see as well.
All right, man, and listen, I don't know we have, time on your side, so we got to let you go in a little bit, but I wanted to ask you this. Number one, we've seen Matisse Thybulle turn into this content sensation, right? Content sensation with the vlog. Have you been able to watch any of them? We've seen you in them, and we'll get to that, but have you been able to watch any of them?
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes, man. He's right across the hall from me, though. I could probably throw my phone across his room and he could talk to y'all. But it's funny being in here and we all surrounded by each other. So I yelled at him the other day. I told him to put me in the edit. So I heard he finally got me in there, so that's good.
Well, he got you in the edit, so that'll take us to the conversation you and I had about a month ago while you were still back at home in Indiana, when you and I did the Sixers podcast, the Zoom call, and we did the podcast on the podcast network, and we talked about one of the things that got a lot of attention, Glenn, was the fact that you revealed that you had the flip phone. And I saw in the edits that you upgraded. You upgraded while in the bubble.
Yeah, man, I upgraded right before I came to the bubble. I got me a normal iPhone. I got me the newest iPhone that was out there. I was pretty proud of myself. But I told myself, I said, man, I can't be stuck in this bubble 3-4 months and not have a phone. I have a real phone. I had no way to social media. I need to know what's going on in the world while I'm here, at least.
Yeah, man. Well, look.
Hey, when I get back home, I might have to switch back to a flip phone. I don't know.
Well, now you can hit me up on the iPhone instead of the flip phone. For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good, though. Well, listen, best golfer on the team, and then we'll let you a couple things. Best golfer on the team, who's that be?
My guy, Alec Burks, man. My guy, yesterday was his birthday, so I give him a birthday shout-out, too. Happy birthday, AB, and Ben. But AB impressed me on that golf course, man. But, best golfer, Alec Burks, worst golfer, Furkan, and I had a video on my story, man. I thought it was hilarious. So I'm a terrible golfer too. We had a lot of really bad golfers. So when we get back to Philly, we all might need to take some golfing lessons.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, so you guys can take me with you. Best fisherman. We've all seen you guys fishing. Best fisherman.
KO or Ben. Been catching a lot, but at best fisherman myself, but I haven't been out there yet. I'm gonna get on that water. We got an off day, I think tomorrow, so I'm gonna get on that water tomorrow.
Yeah, but you gotta call.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, hit me up, let me know. But you gotta call Ben out for throwing the fish and hitting the side. It didn't even go right back into the water, so that's a problem. And the best lifestyle, adjusting to the bubble. Who has that been with the team? Who has been adjusting the easiest here?
Man,
I have a candidate, but I want to hear from you.
I just say maybe Tobias, maybe Jay Rich. I seen them guys. They got their own ice tubs in here. How you got to blow it up yourself like a kiddie bath and stuff like that. So I just see, I just find that's cool. The adjustments. I think that I made a smart move. I brought a waffle maker with me. Nice. I just brought little things with me that I might need in here. So I'm trying to adjust. But yeah, no, I don't know. That's a great question.
All right, man. Well, listen, the waffle maker, have them come to your room and charge them when they come and ask for the waffles. And I can't let you go because when we did have the conversation on the Sixers Podcast Network, our main topic, of course, was everything that was going on in the world right now with, of course, social injustice and the racism and the police brutality. And you have a great foundation, the Ari Foundation. Angels are real indeed. So, Glenn, for the people who don't know, let the people know quickly again about your foundation and what you've been trying to do.
Yeah, our mission is to empower fathers and help families by providing resources for them and to help those families that don't have fathers in their lives. And I think that it's just important, me having a 2-year-old daughter, we need both parents in their lives and for different reasons. And I think that just seeing NBA players, other celebrities that I know, different people, to see them work with their kids and interact with their kids is something special. And I think that it really empowers and helps other people. So that's what I'm all about. You can follow us at ari.foundation on Instagram and arifoundation.org. And we do a lot of work in the communities and just providing resources for fathers and fatherless families.
All right, man. And again, you can just go to arifoundation.org. Some merchandise as well. Ari is the name of your daughter, of course. And the logo is great, people. So go out there and support Glenn and what he's doing to try to help out those fathers as well. And just the overall, the Sojourner Truth House and everything involved. Help everything out there. So listen, man, great conversation as always. Good to talk to you. Be safe down there. Have a great time. And hopefully we're talking to you in October after you guys win the title. Exactly.
Well, thanks again, man. Great talking to you again. And we'll have to do this again soon.
No doubt.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays from 10 to 2.